Okay, let's get started. So it has been 3 months since I got my mini boob job, and I call it mini because it's under 200 cc's. Still wearing the same bra size as before, I just fill it out more. Looking back from the very beginning, I will definitely have to say the first 3 days were easy. And the reason why it was easy for me was because Dr. Teitelbaum, who I went to, gave me a nerve block, which is through the armpit, and that essentially numbs everything here for like 72 hours. I would say that starting day 4, day 5, day 6, up until about day 10, it gradually kind of got a little bit more sensation or more uncomfortable. Yeah, it's day 4, and my boobs feel fine. I feel a little depressed right now, like low, I'm not sure why. Day 7, I feel like I'm kind of going backwards in my recovery, starting to feel a little more tight and just kind of uncomfortable, and like if I pick up something too heavy, it like jolts a little bit. And still taking ibuprofen, 600 milligrams every 4 hours, but I definitely feel more of the aftermath. I would say though, from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being extremely painful and 1 being not painful at all, the entire recovery process was like a 4.5, and when it was at its worst, it was like a 5. Like it just wasn't, it never really got that bad. When I first got them done, my nipples were like down here and the implant was sitting all the way up here. They were so swollen that this entire surface area was just one shape, it felt like. So you couldn't see any defined cleavage or anything like that. So it almost looks like you're just a flat board, but then like just out from here. So I thought for a few days I had gone too small, but then what happens is the swelling from up here goes down, and then you're starting to see more defined boobs. So it ends up looking more full and bigger. But yeah, I'm very happy with my size, and I can't stop staring at them. They're so fun. They've made wearing tops, you know, wearing bikinis so much more less just stressful and anxietal. Yeah, like I was a 32B before. I didn't fill the cup out, but now I do, and I'm still wearing the same bras, the same swimsuits, the same tops. Nothing has changed in that sense because I didn't do such a drastic change. Right now I have a little bit of sensation here, but I don't have sensation here, don't have sensation there, and I have sensation here. So just throughout the day it'll be different. Like sometimes I'll feel more here, sometimes I won't feel anything. And I think that just has to do with the whole nerves healing back and regenerating. So that's normal. The fact that sometimes I can feel makes me hopeful that one day I'll eventually get this all back. In terms of the scar, oh, I have these tapes on right here. I will link what they are in the description box, but my friend who got boobs used these for the first 3 months, and she virtually has no scars. So I'm really hoping that despite my history of bad scarring, because I wore them so consistently, is gonna really help, and it would be like a miracle if I end up with like a more of a wider scar. Other than that, I'm gonna go into some of the Q&A questions that you guys asked me. First question, how soon was I able to work out? Any issues with that? I got the clearance that I was able to work out after 6 weeks. I started to do lower body only. So started going to F45, which is circuit-based training with weights. Every station that had an arm workout, whether it was a pull-up or a push-up or a burpee or something, I would modify it and only focus on the legs. So shortly after that, Dr. T said it was no problem. I can do any arm workout. I should have no restriction, and if I do feel weird, it'll just be like an uncomfortability that you maybe have the tolerance for or may not. Sometimes I feel like the muscle tense up here when I'm obviously using my chest, and I can see the implant kind of like like tighten up a little bit, and that tightening is what you feel that can feel kind of uncomfortable or weird or new. But if that doesn't bother you, then there's no other kind of issues there, and that also eventually should go away too. The question is nipple sensitivity. In the very beginning I did, so like the first 2 weeks, it feels like there's like needles kind of like going at them. It's like a prickly feeling. So wearing loose clothes and things like that didn't feel good. At the time, what was comfortable was a very light, thin sports bra, something that kind of hugged the nipples so they weren't like loose. Okay, do they feel natural? So sometimes they're softer than other times. They will become softer and look better and better throughout the year. I got silicone rounds because I wanted them to just feel very moldable and just sit with my body instead of the textured implant can sometimes look a little stiff, is what my doctor said, and my inspo photos that I was bringing in were very just like natural and moving with the body. So these will become very, very soft. They really have gotten a lot softer, obviously, since I first got them done. The mobility is kind of still, as you can see, it's not that mobile yet. Should I have gotten bigger? No, I think this is like what my body can handle. I'm a petite person and I didn't really want to have a booby look. I just wanted to have something. This is a good size to play up or play down. Can you breastfeed? Does it affect breastfeeding? Does it affect breastfeeding? I won't know until I have a kid and I try to breastfeed. But my doctor said that I shouldn't have any issues. Many women breastfeed with implants. I have personal friends that do it perfectly fine. They're still producing milk and everything's perfectly normal. So it definitely depends on each individual, and I won't know until I actually start doing it. Yes, I was very nervous about side effects and went in knowing every side effect that I could possibly have. Dr. Teitelbaum has these really helpful informational videos that I watched and it made me really nervous. He shows really bad scarring that can occur, capsular contracture, where you literally create like a hard capsule scar tissue around your implant. Everyone has a scar tissue capsule, but this is like a hardened one, and then it all of a sudden contours and it gets very, very hard. Obviously breast implant illness, it's a huge thing. I did all my research on that. I'm aware of the thousands and thousands of women that have this illness, and it's a very serious thing. I went in knowing all my side effects. Luckily, I don't have any, at the moment, any life-threatening side effects, just the normal healing process of it being numb, of sometimes feeling a little jolt of like nerve sensation, just like a tingle, or sometimes I'll feel a little bit of pressure where I just kind of want to massage it out a little bit. Instagram was my biggest place where I got inspiration. Watch my video on pre-op tips because that's where I go into depth on how to present what you want exactly to your doctor. Originally, my doctor had suggested a full cup size bigger than what I am today, because that was gonna fit on my body perfectly, natural results if I went with him. But I wanted something even smaller. Like, I'm so glad you brought in these pictures because we were looking at higher numbers. And now I know that we need to do something much lower. Okay, someone asked how was the mental adjustment? Did I have any freak out moments? I feel like in the beginning, what made me feel like, oh, I have boobs now, was that I could feel right here, like mass that I didn't have ever before. Side boob was another like awesome thing that I never used to have before, that visually I was just like, whoa. Did I have any freak out moments? I guess I just watched so many videos and educated myself on the healing process that I knew my boobs would look scary at first, and the nipples would be down here and all up here, and they would be hard, that it would look kind of smaller in the beginning. I knew all these things. I knew that this would be numb for a while, like it could be numb up to a year. And so I never really mentally had a freak out. I would just say every day I would wake up and be like, holy shit, I have boobs now. Like, and mentally, I think it's just been like very positive for me. What are some post-op must-haves? For me, it was this cheese wedge. This is something I ordered on Amazon, and this on a couch helps you sit upright without having to use your back when you get up. Another post-op must-have is a friend or just someone to be with you for the first 2 days. Like, that's all I really needed. It was someone there to feed me right after surgery, to be with me, to remind me to put timers on for every hour, to do my arm exercises, to help me up the couch when I needed help me off the bed if I needed that. I was able to get out of my bed fine alone. Like, it wasn't impossible, but it just helps to have someone there to be there for you. How long until you can wear a bikini? I put on a bikini day 1, I put on a bikini day 2, I put on bikinis all throughout my recovery process every single day, just because I was so excited to have boobs, and my doctor didn't give me any restrictions on what kind of bras I can wear or cannot wear. As long as it was comfortable, I was able to wear it. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for sending me your questions Instagram stories, and always being part of the fam. I will keep you guys posted on 6 months and then 1 year and then whatever. So thank you again, and I'll pop my other videos on my boob journey on the next slide, so you guys can click through and watch any of those. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye!